This is my final presentation project, and I will be discussing the ISTE standards for teachers. These are the 7 ISTE standards for teachers. Number 1 is learner, 2 leader, 3 citizen, 4 collaborator, 5 designer, 6 facilitator, and 7 analyst. Here's the first one, learner. Educators continually improve their practice by learning from and with others and exploring proven and promising practices that leverage technology to improve student learnings. And then below are the substandards. The instructional comic strip is an example of using Standard 1, Substandard C, to stay current with research that supports improved student learning outcomes, including finding their learning sciences. Comics can be used so students can show what they have learned. Spreadsheets fall under Substandard B. Pursue professional interest by creating and actively participating in local and global learning networks. Spreadsheets can be used to be creative, but also to keep information that one might need. Lesson plans fall under Substandard A. Set professional learning goals to explore and apply pedagogical approaches made possible by technology and reflect on their effectiveness. Lesson plans are a way that students can set those goals and use technology while trying to complete the goals in the classroom, and then it helps them reflect. Second standard is leader. Educators seek out opportunities for leadership to support student empowerment and success and to improve teaching and learning. And then the substandards are listed under that. Screen capture falls under Substandard C. Model for colleagues, the identification, exploration, evaluation, dissertation, and adoption of digital resources and tools for learning. Screen capture is a good way to show an example of what you're doing while actually doing it. And it's just a tool that is helped for learning. WebQuest falls under Substandard B. Advocate for equitable access to educational technology, digital content, and learning opportunities to meet the diverse needs of all students. So WebQuest is where you actually go in and create your own learning place for your kids to go, so you can meet the needs of all students using the technology and content. Prezi falls under Substandard A. Shape, advance, and accelerate a shared vision for empowered learning with technology by engaging with education stakeholders. So Prezi is a PowerPoint basically, and it can be used to do these things, help reflect on the outcomes and goals that are being met. 3 is citizen. Educators inspire students to positively contribute to and responsibly participate in the digital world, and the substandards are listed below. Interactive learning activities fall under Substandard A. They create experiences for learners to make positive, socially responsible contributions and exhibit empathetic behavior online that build relationships and communities. So all of these websites are interactive learning, and so the children can interact with different people and just the internet itself to help build relationships and to hopefully become a positive person on technology. Web 2.0 tools falls under Substandard D. Model and promote management of personal data, digital identity, and protect student data privacy. So all of the tools are free ways that students can make comics or Word documents or spreadsheets, stuff like that, and it will help them be able to protect their data and their identity while using the internet. Low-tech environments falls under Substandard B. establish a learning culture that promotes curiosity and critical examination of online resources and fosters digital literacy and media fluency. So, like low-tech environments, they need to establish their culture in like what's going on so that they can be able to create the literacy and fluency they need. 4 is collaborator. Educators dedicate time to collaborate with both colleagues and students to improve practice, discover and share resources and ideas, and solve problems. And the substandards are listed below. Video fall under substandard C. Use collaborative tools to expand students' authentic, real-world learning experience by engaging virtually with experts, teams, and students locally and globally. So videos are a good way to do all of those things because one can take a video and then send it, or you can find videos online. Even a teacher could take a video themselves and then later share it with the class. Graphic organizers also fall under substandard C because they are a creative tool that can be shared with anyone in the classroom or out of the classroom. Blog will fall under substandard A. Dedicate planning time to collaborate with colleagues to create authentic learning experiences that leverage technology. So teachers can create blogs and just share their knowledge about teaching and what they've been through with other teachers. 5 is designer. Educators design authentic, learner-driven activities and environments that recognize and accommodate learner variability. And the substandards are listed below. Lesson plans fall under substandard B. Design authentic learning activities that align with content area standards and use digital tools and resources to maximize active and deep thinking. So lesson plans do just that. They align the content area with the use of digital tools. Like in the lesson plan, the teacher would write the lesson plan and then incorporate the digital tools for the learning of the students. Weebly Final Portfolio fall under substandard C. Explore and apply instructional design principles to create innovative digital learning environments that engage and support student learning. So with these Weeblies, we have created a big portfolio of what we have learned this semester. So that's a good way to engage students in their learning and then also support them because they have it all there and together. Audio, screen, and video capture fall under substandard C. Explore and apply instructional design principles to create innovative digital learning environments that engage and support learning. So just like with the Weebly, I mean, it's kind of the same thing. With these, you can like record yourself and your voice so you can engage and support the learning of the students, which also is a creative and instructional way. Next is facilitator. Educators facilitate learning with technology to support student achievement of the ISTE standards for students, and the substandards are listed below. Interactive learning activities falls under substandard C. Create learning opportunities that challenge students to use a design process and computational thinking to innovate and solve problems. These activities are opportunities that can be challenging to students and then to help them solve their problems using technology. Fictional comic fall under substandard C also. They're a good, innovative way for students to solve problems and what they have learned to create the comics, and their students design their own, and which can be challenging. Spreadsheets also fall under substandard C. Students have to use their thinking to create spreadsheets, which is an opportunity for them to use something that maybe they haven't used before, which could be a challenge, for them to be innovative and solve those problems. Lastly, number 7 is analyst. Educators understand and use data to drive their instruction and support students in achieving their learning goals, and the substandards are listed underneath. Screen and video capture fall under substandard B. Use technology to design and implement a variety of formative and summative assessments that accommodate learner needs, provide timely feedback to students, and inform instruction. So these audio screen and video capture can do all of those things. You can use them for formative or summative, and then they can also accommodate to learner needs if you needed to maybe make a different one for a different learner, and then it is able to give instruction also. This falls under substandard A because provide alternative ways for students to demonstrate and reflect on their learning using technology. So WebQuest is a great way to do this. It is an alternative way for learning and for them to maybe reflect on what they have already learned and use what they know to complete the WebQuest. Falls under substandard C. Use assessment data to guide progress and communicate with students, parents, and education stakeholders to build student self-direction. So a teacher can create their own website on Weebly, and that way they are able to communicate with whoever, and whoever needs to see what is going on in the classroom, and the teacher could also show what the students are doing and what needs to be worked on more.